IIBF. Okay, IIBF conducts this paper twice in a year, that is May, June, and October, November duration. This JIB exam provides the increment to the bankers that you all know. Hana? It provides increment to the bankers. So increment will be applicable for the bankers on the date which is mentioned in your JIB certificate. Okay, so JIB certificate comes after 40 to 45 days of your last paper of JIB, and whatever date is mentioned on the certificate, that's the date when you will be getting your increment started. Okay, now next. Okay, the duration is October, November, but this time the paper will okay, the duration is October, November, but this time the paper will start from 2nd of November and it will end at 16th of November. Okay, so this is the duration. So first you can see 2nd of November we will be having our paper 1, Indian economy, Indian financial system. Then 8th of November we will be having a principles and practices of banking paper 2. Then 9th of November we will have paper 3, accounting and financial bankers. And it happens always, Hana, it happens always that PPB and AFM, they don't have gap between. So PPB and AFM longest subject of your JIB, and AFM is kind of not every banker is comfortable with this subject because this is accounting, a part of numerical subject of yours. So that's why we have to have a strategy how to cover these two subjects in 1 week. Then 16th of November, the last paper will be there, paper 4, retail banking and wealth management. Okay, so these are the dates of your paper. Do check it out. Swapnil sir, I have just checked the audio and audio is very clear. Okay, audio is very clear. If you are facing any issue related to audio, please rejoin the session. So do remember 2nd of November, 8th of November, 9th of November and 16th of November we have our paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4 respectively. Okay, next. Next we have here examination pattern under the revised senior level. So May 2023, IIBF have introduced a new syllabus and definitely paper will be an MCQ pattern. 100 questions will be there for 120 minutes. Okay, we will get 100 questions and time will be 2 hours to give the answer of these 100 questions. And because there is no negative marking, we have to go for all the 100 questions. We have to attempt all the 100 questions, and that's how we will be making sure that in one attempt, in single attempt, we can clear the JIB. Next. Passing criteria. There are 2 passing criteria. The first passing criteria is that you need minimum marks, that is 50 out of 100 in each subject. Okay, minimum 50 marks are required in each subject out of 100. And this is when you are going for subject-wise clearance of JIB. Let's say, for example, in one attempt, we are not clearing all the 4 subjects. We have cleared 1 or 2 subjects only. So what's the criteria of going for 1 or 2 subjects or 3 subjects? If you are not going for all the 4 subjects in one attempt, then individual subject clearance will be counted, in which 50 marks minimum is required in each subject. And then you will be say that you can clear your JIB paper if you have minimum 50 marks in all the 4 subjects of yours. Then the second way of getting this clear, the JIB clear, is getting at least 45 marks in each subject plus 50% aggregate marks. So we have 4 subjects, 100 marks each. It means 400 is the total marks. Out of that, 50% means 200 marks are required. So this combination is there, minimum 45 marks in each subject plus overall 200 marks. Minimum 45 marks in each subject and overall 200 marks. If these 2 conditions have been combined together, then in one attempt, in the single attempt, you can clear your JIB. If you want to go for JIB in one attempt, in one go, in a single attempt, then you have to get minimum 45 marks in each subject and overall 200 marks, combining the all 4 papers. Okay, and if any 1 paper or 2 paper have been cleared in May 2025, remaining 2 are there in October 2025, definitely 50 marks in each subject is required. Okay, so there are 2 ways to clear the JIB. First way is clearing JIB in one go. In one attempt, all the 4 paper will be clear. And the second way we have is a subject wise. Okay, next. Next we have here the time limit for passing the JIB exam. So time limit have been given 5 attempts or 3 years, whichever is earlier. 5 attempts or 3 years out of these two, whichever comes earlier, that's the duration between which you have to clear your JIB paper. Okay, so 5 attempts will be counted and 3 years will be counted from your registration, first registration, and then whichever comes first. If 5 attempts have been completed first, then you have to go for the fresh registration. If 3 years have been completed, then you have to go for the fresh registration. Okay, in JIB you will get the credits of the exams, another papers, but the credit will be eligible for 5 attempts or 3 years, whichever is early. Let's say you have cleared 3 paper in May 2025. You left only with the 1, but that was the 5th attempt of yours. It means for November 2025, you have to do the new registration, fresh registration, and you have to go for all the 4 papers. Okay, whether it is remain for 1 marks only, but still you have to go for it. Okay, now then we have a syllabus. Every subject have a 4 modules in it. So you can see module A, B, C, and D. Paper 1 is Indian economy, Indian financial system. Paper 2 is principles and practice of banking. Paper 3 is accounting and financial management for bankers. And paper 4 is retail banking and wealth management. These are the 4 papers we have. And all these 4 papers have 4 modules. Okay, so Indian economy, module A and B talks about Indian economy. Then C and D talks about Indian financial system. PPB, module A and B covers all the principles and practices of banking, which is in the A and B module. C module only talks about the technology that banking is using. And the D module talks about the ethics that have to be followed in a bank and a financial institution. Okay, in AFM, your module D is all about taxation. Module A, B, and C, they gives us the idea of accounting and financial management all together. For RBWM, retail banking and wealth management, the module D talks about wealth management. Module A, B, and C talks about the retail product and services that the bank provide to their retail customers. Okay, so some part of IE, IFS subject, some part of PPB, and some part of retail banking and wealth management. You will feel this is already known to you. And somewhere you have studied that or you have worked on that content. So you will feel known subject, these 3 subjects. Okay, now next. So this is the module wise syllabus we have seen of all the papers. Now let's start IEFS orientation. Okay, now we will be talking about the subject Indian economy and Indian financial system. Clear? So this is your paper 1. Hana, this is what? This is a paper 1. And it have its paper on 2nd November 2025. Okay, and I can say we have 2 months, exact 2 months I can say from the 2nd of September. We will be having an exact 2 months. Hana? So we can say 2 months, 2 days are there Hana, to get this paper clear. And paper 1 is not only the toughest paper, but also the paper which gives us the motivation to clear the remaining 3. Because once the result of IFS comes fabulous, you will be self-motivated and you will be doing very good in the PPB and AFM paper. Now, one thing I want to add before moving towards the IFS subject, for PPB and AFM, there is no gap. So in the 1 week, from 2nd of November to the next of your I can say till your 8th is your PPB paper, right? So from 2nd of November to 8th or 7th of November, I can say, you have to go for both subject revision. For PPB, for AFM, both subject. Practice revision, everything have to be done in these 5 days only. And now definitely it becomes very tough for each and every banker. Now what to be done? What next to be done? So it have been seen. Some bankers have given priority to PPB and they got very good results in PPB, 65 plus, 70 plus, the score is there. And some bankers give priority to AFM, so they get 55, 60 marks in AFM as well. But you have given priority to one subject and you are getting a good score in that subject. But we have to target that we have to focus on both subjects and we will get 50-50 marks in both. That should be our target. For getting 75 marks in PPB won't get you that much benefits, which getting 50 marks in each subject, AFM and PPB will give you the benefit. So focus on both the subject. Don't make a priority to one subject. You have to go for all the 4 subjects. Then only you can clear your IFS or all over JIB paper. So for that, all the 4 subjects have to be clear. Okay, so let's start. First of all, Indian economy, Indian financial system subject we will be talking about, and the subject have 4 modules. Module A, B, C, and D, 4 modules are there. 100 questions will be asked, 100 mark paper will be there. There is no negative marking, and time will be given to us is 2 hours. In 2 hours, we have to cover 100 questions. Okay, but the marks are not divided on, like if there are 100 questions, it's not like every question will be of 1 mark. No, marks are divided into 3 ways. Like we have some 0.5 mark questions, we have 1 mark question, and we have 2 mark question. Accordingly, the 100 marks will be created. So it's not like 100 questions and 100 marks are there. It means only 100 questions will be there. Like each question will be of 1 mark. No. Some questions will be of 0.5 marks, some can be of 1, or some will be of 2 marks. Okay. So accordingly, we have to prepare. And definitely, because there is no negative marking, we have to go for all the 4 paper, all the 100 questions. We have to go for what? We have to go for all the 100 questions. Now, pattern of questions, if I talk about. The pattern of question, very basic pattern is one-liner questions, which used to be very famous in JIB till 2013-14, or I can say till 2015. After 2015, the paper become a little tough. Okay, because after 2015, they have changed their pattern of asking questions. And I can say after May 2023, it become difficult. Sorry. Clearing JIB paper becomes very difficult after May 2023, because in May 2023, IIBF have changed the syllabus, and from that time till now, we have seen a lot of what we can say, changes have been made in the paper, and the paper become difficult. Okay, so one-liner questions, very easy questions, 0.5 marker questions, but very less they will be asked. Then we have filling the blanks pattern. Some questions from filling the blanks pattern can be asked. Some questions from match the following pattern can be asked. Some can be paragraph based question, like they have given a paragraph and 1 or 2 questions have been created on that paragraph that you have to answer, like reading comprehensive in English, and a similar pattern. Then they also have numerical question. Every subject of your JIB have numericals, but definitely AFM is a more practical subject, so AFM will have a more numericals in comparison to the remaining 3, but all the 4 subjects have numericals. Then case study question, very minimum case study questions you will find in IEIFS paper, because case study questions you will find majorly in the PPB subject, not in IEFS, but in PPB. After the case study, we have got a statement-based question. Okay, so these are the pattern of questions that we will find in IEIFS subject or in any subject of JIB. All the 4 subjects of JIB include these patterns. Okay, next. Sorry. So because we are talking about IIFS subject, module A, B, C, D, 4 modules are there. So module A is talk about Indian economic architecture, which cover 11 units. Module A have how many units? It have 11 units, and it talks about the Indian economic architecture. So this whole module tells us about what is Indian economy, how it works, how the Indian economy evolved. Everything will be defined under the Indian economic architecture. Okay, so Indian economic architecture is actually the module that tells us about the situation of Indian economy from the British era till now. So you can see module A have 11 units, overview of Indian economy, the sectors of Indian economy, economic planning done by Niti Aayog right now and earlier planning commission, both the 5-year plans. Then priority sector lending, micro, small, medium enterprises. Then we got infrastructure, including social infrastructure. Then we got globalization impact on India. Then we got economic reform. Economic reform can be called as a LPG policy as well, or new industrial policy. Then we got foreign trade policy, foreign investments, economic development. The foreign investments we have FDI, FII, FPI, all the three have to be covered. Then we have got international economic organizations like World Bank, IMF, and WTO, etc. In the international economic organization, we also have a regional economic organizations. Then climate change, sustainable development goals. There are total 17 sustainable development goals we have, out of which the 13th goal of sustainable development goals talks about the climate action. Okay. Now, climate change is what? Climate change is a long-term changes in weather and temperature that we can very clearly see in the economy. Not only in India, but the other parts of the world also are facing the climate change. Okay, then the issues facing Indian economy, like a jobless growth, like inflation, they are the issues that Indian economy is facing that we will be covering here. Okay, so this is a module A we have. Now, module B talks about economic concepts related to banking, and it have 8 units. Okay, it talks about what? It talks about the economic concepts related to banking, and it have how many units? It have 8 units only. So module B covers your basic economics, or I can say the core economics is in the module B. Everything about the concepts of economics is in this particular module. Like the fundamentals of economics, the branches of economics, that is micro and macro, the type of economies like socialistic, capitalistic, mixed economy, that we have to cover in the unit number 12. Then demand and supply, the market forces, money supply, inflation, the rise in the prices, theories of interest, ISLM curve, business cycle, all the 4 phases of business cycle, monetary policy, fiscal policy, then system of national accounts and GDP concept, and then we have a union budget. From union budget and system of national accounts and GDP and inflation and money supply, like this module covers a lot of numericals. I will say demand and supply can have numerical, inflation, money supply can have numerical, monetary policy, no. System of national accounts and GDP will have numerical. Union budget can also have a numerical. So these are the units from numericals can be seen. Okay, and from the module A, I will write here, from the module A, you will find numerical from climate change topic about the CSR, corporate social responsibility. So climate change chapter can have a numerical here. Okay, so these are the module A units that covers 8 units from 12 to 19. And module A and B, they both are the part of Indian economic syllabus. Module A and B talks about Indian economy. Okay, do remember that. Then we have module C. It talks about Indian financial architecture. It have only 9 units, but these 9 units are very big. Each unit of module C is very big. It have a lot of content. It have a lot of things to be covered. So definitely unit number, total 9 units are actually around like 10 to 15 units are there, because it's a very big units, and it talks about Indian financial architecture. So module C tells us about how the Indian financial system evolved. What is a financial system and how it evolved? Everything will be covered under the Indian financial architecture. Okay, that will be covered here. So Indian financial architecture have how many units? It have 9 units. Now you can see the first, we have Indian financial system overview, like how the Indian financial system evolved from the very first Bank of India till present. Then Indian banking structure, type of banks, everything. Then laws that regulates the banking in India, like RBI Act 1934, Banking Regulation Act 1947. Then development financial institution, which are the intermediaries of financial system. Microfinance institution are also intermediaries. NBFCs are also intermediaries. Insurance companies are also intermediaries. These are the intermediaries in the financial system of the country. Okay, then we have regulatory bodies, the Indian financial system regulators and their roles. When it comes to regulators, we have RBI, SEBI, IRDA, PFRDA, they all are the regulators. Hana? So that we have to cover. Then reforms and development in the banking sector. What are the new developments happen in the banking system? Like RBI have introduced the digital currency, central bank digital currency. That's one of the reform. Okay. Apart from that, we also got your NAFID, the fifth development financial institution, or I can say fifth all India financial institution it is. Then we got bad bank, Hana, that take over the NPA of a bank. So they all are the latest reforms that happened in the banking sector of our country. So this is how the module C, Indian financial architecture, we have to cover. Now the last module, but a very important module, module D will be there. It talks about financial product and services and it covers 19 units, the biggest module of IFS. Okay, it's what? It's the biggest module of IFS subject that covers 17 units and all the units will be very big. Okay, now these are the units you can see here. Financial market. First, we have to have an overview of financial market. Then we have to cover all the types or the segments of the financial market. Okay, like money market, capital market, fixed income market, foreign exchange market, derivative market. These are the all types of market we have to cover. So first we will be having a overview of financial market, and then we will be having a each and every financial market to be covered in detail. Okay, every financial market have to be covered in detail, whether it is money market, capital market, forex market, or fixed income market, debentures market, debt market, derivative market, whatever type of market is there, all have to be covered in detail. Clear? Next. Then we have interconnectedness of market. All the markets are connected to each other. Then we have a services, financial product and services. Then we have services like merchant banking services, like venture capital services, lease finance, hire purchase services, then credit trading and credit scoring services, mutual fund services, insurance product, pension products. Okay, then all the para banking and financial services provided by banks. Then REITs and InvITs, they all are the product and services. So this module D covers all the financial market. It covers all the financial product and all the financial services. And all of these together have to be covered in a single module. Sorry. Okay, all of this have to be covered in a single module. So definitely we have to cover this in detail. That's a module D. So this is how the module A, B, C, and D is divided in the 11, 8, 9, and 17 units. Okay. So module A and B, if we talk about in module A, we have to cover history, facts, concept. All these three together will be there. We have to study the history from British era till your current COVID-19, post-COVID-19 era. Then facts, we have to cover and all the concepts have to be covered. Module B actually is all about the conceptual study. It covers the multiple concepts related to the economy. So in module B, we will be covering the concepts. So module A is a kind of overview for the module B. Hannah, to understand the module B, we can have module A first. That will give us the understanding of the Indian economy. Then module C again, history, fact, concept will be there in module C, but in module D, we only have a conceptual understanding. Again, module C work as an overview for the module D. Hannah, it acts as a overview for the module D. That okay, next. Now, how to clear the paper in one go? Like if we are talking about we want to clear IFS subject in the very first attempt of ours in November 2025, then what have to be done? Because I guess every one of you have heard about this, that this subject is very tough and the paper of IFS will come very tough. Hannah, it's very difficult paper. And it actually happened from May 23, October 23, May 24, October 24. These are the 4 papers in which toughest subject paper was IFS. In May 2025, the paper was comparatively easy for IFS, but not for the fresh students, like the bankers who are going for first time to give the IFS paper. They still found the paper was very tough. But those bankers who have given the IFS subject earlier in the last 4 attempts from before May 2025, they have found this paper comparatively easy. Because in comparison to May 23 to October 24, May 25 paper was comparatively easy. But definitely every year we have seen IFS paper was tough. Then what to be done? so that we don't have to face this issue of paper was tough or not. Because May 2025 paper was definitely tough for the new bankers, and it was okay for the bankers who were already preparing. So the toughness of paper, the difficulty level of a paper depends on your preparation level. If you have done a proper preparation, definitely it will be maintained again accordingly. Okay. So to clear the paper, first and very important thing is conceptual understanding. Do not try to memorize the concept, try to understand the concept. Memorization won't help you to clear the JIB or to clear the IFS paper, because how much you will be memorizing the things. Like 45 units are there overall, and module C and D units, the one unit feels like a 2 or 3 unit because they are that big. So definitely memorizing the concepts of every unit, 45 units are not a good idea. And if you do so, like if you say that I'm very good in memorizing things and I can do that, then I can say you can try your luck, Hana. If you are able to answer the deep knowledge conceptual questions, then you can go for it. But definitely no direct questions will be found in the paper. If you go for any subject, all the four subjects of JIB, you will find every subject asking deep knowledge conceptual questions, and for that you have to cover the depth knowledge of your subject. Okay, so conceptual understanding is very important for your paper, and keep revising the syllabus, because 45 units are there, syllabus is vast, so definitely you have to revise it multiple times so that you remember it, Hana, so that you will remember your topics, your understanding. Because if you have covered, let's say, unit number 1 in the month of July and your paper is in the month of November, from July to November you will be covering remaining 44 units, and definitely it will create confusion for you. Okay, so lack of revision creates confusion among the options as well. So it's very important you revise it regularly. And the revision I keep suggesting in my classes that you have to do 2 types of revision. One is daily revision and second is weekly revision. In daily revision, you have to give 15 minutes to each subject. And in those 15 minutes, you have to revise whatever you have studied one day earlier in your live class. So let's say we are having a live class today, 7 to 8 p.m. So whatever we are studying here at 7 to 8 p.m., what you have to do, tomorrow morning, you have to revise it. Right? Tomorrow morning, you have to revise your whatever we have covered in today's live class. So that's a daily revision that you have to do. And trust me, if you follow this daily revision pattern for the 1 week or 2 week, you will find the difference in how much good understanding you will have of a subject and how much longer you will be remembering the concept. The both thing will be there. Like you will be able to understand the subject in very deep, and you will be capable of memorizing the things from the very last of it. Okay, that's why daily revision is very much important. Apart from that, weekly revision is important. Okay, so next we have to do what? Conceptual revision. Revision that will be weekly. In weekly revision, let's say you have all the Sundays and second and fourth Saturdays will be your holiday. So in these holidays, you have to cover your revision of whatever you have covered in 1 week. Then go for the mock test, and after that go for the self-evaluation. Mock test, before mock test, you have to go for the topic-wise test. Okay, before mock test, we have to go for the topic-wise test. All the 4 subject topic-wise tests have to be given. So now I will show you here. 1 second. Sorry. Now, I will let you know what are the things that you have to do to clear the paper. Hana? So I have given you the general idea that go for the conceptual understanding, then go for revision, then go for mock test and self-evaluation. These are the 4 things you have to regularly repeat to clear the paper. But now I will give you the clear understanding what you can do in the next 2 months to clear your paper. Okay, so first of all, the first thing you have to do is understand concept. Okay, understand the concepts. From where? Live class. Okay, if you are not able to go for the live class, you have an option that you can watch the recorded class. So first thing, to understand the concept, you have to go for the live class, or we can say the recorded class. And after that, you have to go for the ebooks. Like ebooks for those who are not able to understand the language of the paper. Like it mainly happens with the bilingual student, that they are not able to understand what the question is asking, what the options are saying, like the language issue comes. So if you also feel like that sometime you also have this language issue, you are not able to interpret what questions are saying, what options are explaining, then do read the ebooks. Hana, that will help you. But ebooks you have to read after completing the live class or the recorded class of conceptual understanding. Sorry. After that, you can go for the ebooks. Why ebooks? Because if you have such kind of doubts that you are not able to interpret the questions and options, then go for the ebooks. Okay, so live class, recorded class, and ebooks have to be good. And you will have a class PDFs as well. Every faculty, whatever they are studying in the class, they will be uploading a class PDF in the account. So you have to go for the class PDF. Okay, this is how you can understand the concept. Second, revision. Revision, first you have to go for daily revision. That you can give 15 minutes in morning. Okay, you have to give 15 minutes in morning to IFS subject. And in that 15 minutes, you have to revise yesterday's class. Okay, so whatever you have studied in the yesterday's class, revise that in today's morning. Give the 15 minutes before the bank. It's not like you are coming after the bank and in the evening you are trying to do the revision. No, you have to do the revision before going to the bank. So you have to give 15 minutes in the morning for the daily revision. Okay, that's very important. Revise whatever you have studied. Then after that, you have to go for the weekly revision. After that, next thing you have to go for is a weekly revision. For weekly revision, I would say select any day. All Sundays you have, and you have second and fourth Saturdays. So out of these days, whatever day is suitable to you, make it as a day to the revision. Okay, that can be done as a weekly revision. Now the next third thing that you have to do is a practice. Okay, so what you have to do, first you have to go with the topic wise test. Every unit, every subject have topic wise test. Go with the topic wise test and read its explanation. First give the topic wise test, check your score, and then read the explanation. So attempting the topic wise test will help you out to understand that how much this topic is clear to you. Like if the topic is clear to you, are you able to implement those concepts on the paper? Like you are able to apply the knowledge what you have got in the live classes on the exam. That's on yes or not. That will be the topic wise test will help you out. And reading the explanation of that test will help you to revise the content. Okay, explanation will be detailed explanation, so you can revise the concepts there. And the next thing is mock test. Mock test have to be given. That's a full length mock test. Hana, we are talking about full length mock test. And after that, you have to again go for the explanation, because the explanation will tell you what wrong approach you have implemented on a particular question because it was your wrong answer. So what is the approach should be there, right approach in the question, so it should be there. And you also be able to revise the content. Like if you are going for 10 mock test, Hana, and every 10 mock test, capital market question is there. Okay, you have given 10 full length mock tests. In every mock test, we had a capital market question, but definitely they might be 10 different type of questions. Like in one, they have asked the segment of capital market. In second test, they have asked the issues of capital market. In third test, they have asked the stock exchange of capital market. In fourth test, they have asked, let's say, for example, participants of capital market. In fifth tests they have asked, let's say for example, the regulatory body of capital market. In sixth paper, they might have asked about SEBI, है ना, the regulatory body, SEBI, and such so on. So if you are going for 10 tests, you are finding 10 different type of questions from a one chapter only, and with the detailed explanation of it. So definitely that will give you the more idea of the concept, that will give you more revision of the concept. So that's why after giving the test, it's very important you go for the evaluation. Okay, check its explanation, evaluate your paper, evaluate your score, and then move forward. Okay, because right now if you are doing evaluation and you find out that every time you attempt capital market chapter question or derivative market chapter question, you are answering the wrong. So definitely there is something wrong with the conceptual understanding of these chapters. So you have to go for the chapter wise revision again. Okay, because we have time to cover up our mistakes. So that's why evaluation or checking the explanation is very much important. And if you follow these three things for the next 2 months very sincerely, be with consistency, definitely you can clear the paper. Okay, so now I will give you an idea of like how you can go for the what should be your weekly schedule. That will I will also tell you in the end of the class. Okay, now next numerical topics are there: corporate social responsibility, inflation, mutual fund, money supply, insurance, union budget, system of national account, money multiplier, velocity of money. They all are the numerical topics, Hana, from where the numericals can be asked. Okay, now I will be talking about what schedule you can follow. One second. If this schedule fits you well as per your banking hours and your work-life balance and everything, then follow this. If you find that this is not good for you, then you can make your own schedule as well. Hana, definitely you can make your own schedule as well. So what we have to do here, how we have to cover this, first of all, I would say Monday to Friday. Hana, I will give you the schedule for Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, first thing you have to do is attend live class of 4 hours. Or if let's say you have joined the batch little late and you have missed the earlier back classes live, then you can go for what? You have second option. In place of attending live class of 4 hours, watch recording of 4 hours. And this is for each subject. Hana, 1 hour each subject. If you are attending the live classes, then 1 hour each subject you have to attend live, 4 hours in the evening. Hana, this is the evening time. So if you are watching recording, watch it in the evening coming back from the bank, and 1 hour each subject recording have to be watched. Then what you have to do, Monday to Friday, next thing is daily revision. Give 1 hour to revision, daily revision, 15 minutes to each subject. Okay, that you have to do. In 15 minutes, you have to revise whatever you have covered last day from the live class or from watching the recording. Okay, that you have to cover in the 15 minutes. Then next we have second and fourth Saturday. You can go for topic wise test. Whatever topics have been covered, Hana, in your all the 4 subject in a week, then you can go for the topic wise test of that and check the explanation. Hana, do the evaluation, check the explanation of the topic wise test. Very important. Okay. Apart from that, your live class, or I can say recorded class, whichever you are capable of watching, and your daily revision will be followed. Okay. And after the topic wise tests are completed, the next thing you have to start is full length mock test. On second and fourth Saturday, you can go for full length mock. Okay, that will be of 2 hours, so that you can go. Then you have all Sundays. You can allot all Sundays of yours to the revision. Whatever you have studied till that Sunday, revise everything. Hana? Revision of everything, whatever you have covered in the sorry, in the all the 4 subject of yours, revise it on Sunday. So if you follow this schedule, if schedule fits you, then go for this schedule Monday to Friday, second Saturday, fourth Saturday, and on all Sundays. This is what you can do. And in between any national holiday or any holiday comes, use it very carefully. Hana, if you haven't seen the recorded classes, then cover up them first, Hana, by watching the recorded video in 1.5 speed or 1.75 speed, whatever you are comfortable with. Accordingly, watch it. Okay, and on all Sundays you can do YT sessions. YT session means YouTube sessions. If any YouTube session is there that is important for your subject and your mentor have asked that do watch this YouTube session, that is important, then go and watch it. So revision and any important YouTube sessions are there, you should go for it. Okay, so this is how you can cover the weekly schedule of your JIB May 2025 preparation. But definitely every day we have to allot 1 hour to each subject, that is 4 hours, and then we have to allot the what we can say, the 1 hour or 15 minutes to each subject. That's important. Okay, so that's what we have to do in case of each subject of our JIB. Clear? Any doubt till now? Let me know. Is there any doubt till now? Whatever we have discussed till now, is it clear? Do you have any doubt about anything? Okay, now next, how these conceptual classes can be covered and from where these conceptual classes can be covered, let's understand that. So for the conceptual classes, you can go for the understanding of each and every topic in the form of concepts. Hana, you can go for in the form of concepts. You can cover each and every detail about the concepts. And how you can do that? By covering the batches. Hana, by doing what? By covering the batches. So the latest batch or the batch you are watching right now, it is the Elevate batch. Hana, the name of the batch is what? It's the Elevate batch. And it talks about the each and every subject conceptual understanding. Okay, you will be getting a each and every subject's conceptual understanding once you cover the Elevate batch of ours, in which you will find the details about everything. Okay, so you can see if you go for the Elevate batch, these are the benefit you will find. You will find the live classes, Hana, you will find live conceptual classes, you will find paid classes, PDF, every mentor, whatever paid classes they are taking, that you will get a topic wise test. Hana, you will get a topic wise test here, and ebooks are also. This is available in the Elevate batch. All these live classes, paid classes, PDF, topic wise test, ebooks will be available in your Elevate batch. But if you want that, you will get a power pack revision batch, practice session batch. Also, if you want full length mock test, then you have to go for the Mahapack. Okay, JIB Mahapack 2.0 or Increment Mahapack, they both gives you the upcoming batches enrollment as well, like the crash course, power pack revision batch, full length mock test, everything will be available in the Mahapack. So if you are going for any 3 subjects or all 4 subjects, then go for the Mahapack. It's much beneficial for all of you. And if you have left with one or two subjects of JIB, then purchase its individual subscription batch, because that individual subscription batch will help you out and will give you all the benefits of Mahapack, but for individual subject only. Hana, it will be given for what? It will be given for the individual subject. Important topic kind of thing is not there now, Shweta ma'am. Why I am saying so? Because now IIBF asks a question from shift to shift basis as well. Like in one shift, you will find a lot of questions were from the module A or B. And in the next shift, you will find that C and D have been asked. So no such kind of important modules or important topic kind of thing is there. In paper, all the 45 units questions will be asked. From every unit, you will find 1 mark question, or not 1 mark question, but 1 question will be definitely there, whether it is of a 0.5, 1 or 2 marks. Okay, so you can prioritize the modules, but there is no important module. Prioritize, you can do that, but you cannot leave any module. So priority you can give to sorry, module D, then C, then B, and then A. So important modules, actually C and D modules are important because they cover around 40 to like I can say 50 to 55% or even 60% of your syllabus comes from D and C module. But still, I won't suggest that only go for the D and C module. Might be possible the shift in which you are going to give the paper, in that shift more questions have been asked from A and B. So there is no particular fixed distribution of marks among the modules in IFS. Like in PPB, I can say for PPB, you will find 10 to 15 mark questions every time come from the D module. 20 to 25 marks question every time come from the C module. And remaining comes from A and B. For PPB, it is defined, but for IIFS, it is not. In IIFS, shift-wise changes are happening. Like in May 2025, in the first shift, there was no numerical. In second shift, it was around 4 to 5 numericals. And in the third shift, there was 8 to 10 numericals. Hana? So prioritize, you can do the prioritize, you can prioritize your modules in preparation, but no such module is there which we can ignore. We have to cover all the 4 modules. Okay, Shweta ma'am? Now, so these are the batches. How to enroll in these batches? For that, you have to go to the ARRAY 24/7 application. On application, this is the home page you will find, in which you have to select the exam category like this, JIB, CIB. Then go for JIB November, click on the view all option. If you want to go with the only conceptual classes, then you can go for this Elevate batch. If you want all the 4 subject classes, crash course, revision batch, everything, go with the Mahapack. If you want individual subject, then you can go for the subscription batches. And the process to enroll is same. Just click on the batch, do check the offerings, double validity is going on, live class, mock test, ebooks, video courses are there. When you scroll down, you will find what this package includes. Every detail of this will be given here. Okay. After checking everything, click on the buy now option. Enter a code here that will be Y496 and apply. Once you apply, you will find here 79% discount. But if you purchase from ARRAY 24/7 application and if you use the code Y496, then you will get 80% discount, double validity on the Mahapack. Same on the increment Mahapack. And the remaining batches, you will get 80% discount and 6 months validity. Okay, so this is how you can enroll in any batch of JIB and the Mahapack or any other batch of the JIB and get the better details. Okay. Now, how to check the study plan? So let's say you are going for the Elevate batch. Here you will find the study plan of every subject. So you can see study plan is written here. Click on the study plan. I will show you IIFS study plan. So you can see in IIFS, you will find that we are starting from the module C classes. From 30th of August, from tomorrow, we will be having a module C class. Then module D classes will be there. Module C, some classes of module C will be live and all the module D classes will be live. Okay. After that, you can see we will have a module A and we will have a module B classes. Clear? Some of the module C classes will be available in the recorded form. These are the classes which will be in the recorded form. Okay. So this is how you can check your batch, and accordingly, the other subjects study plan are also there. You can see that PPB subject is there. For PPB, this is the study plan. Your classes will be going on 6 to 7 p.m. from 10th of September. 9th of September, you will have an orientation and I will start C and D module classes of yours. A and B module will be available in a recorded form to all of you, in which you will find the Kinshuk Sir's classes. Okay, so this is how you can check your study plan of each and every subject as well from the at the 24/7 application. The process to enroll in Annuate batch is same. Just click on the buy now option, enter a code here Y496 and apply. Once you apply, same 80% discount will be available from our 24/7 application and 6 months validity will be there. Okay, so this is how you can check the plans and enroll accordingly. Clear? So that's all for the orientation class. From tomorrow onwards, we will be covering our subject conceptual study. Hannah, we will be starting the conceptual classes of arts from tomorrow onwards. Study plan is available on a 24/7 store. Do not forget to download the application because from there you can join your classes regularly. Also, do not forget to subscribe the channel JAIIB CAIIB English Medium so that all the upcoming sessions you will be able to join. Okay, so subscribe the channel JAIIB CAIIB English Medium and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you. Okay, and in the tomorrow we will be having our paid classes, conceptual classes that we will be starting tomorrow. Okay, so that's all for today. Let's end the session here. We'll see you all in the next class. Till then, take care everyone and stay connected to the channel. Okay, take care everyone. Bye bye. Good night to all of you.